At this time, I want to give a big thank you to Impact for once again getting the majority of the IWC and YWC to review Impact Wrestling again, and God knows how long. What is up, mother flowers? It's me, it's Steve. I'm back at it one more time with a new video. Mother flowers, if you're new to this channel, hit that sub button down below. Give this video a big old thumbs up. Boom! Also, mother flowers, you can follow me on Twitter at HeelSteven, where I tweet throughout all these shows: Impact, Raw, SmackDown Live, NXT, pay-per-views, but above all else, with all you crazy, sick, twisted mother flowers out there. This video, as the title below says, is my Impact Wrestling review for July 26, 2018. This was the fallout of SLAMMIVERSARY. Now, let's keep it 100. SLAMMIVERSARY, this past Sunday, was Impact Wrestling's best pay-per-view in God knows how long. You could probably go back to like Destination X 2012 when Aries won the world title for the very first time, or you can go back to Lockdown 2008 when it was Kurt Angle and Samoa Joe in the six side to steal for the world title. But you kind of get the idea. It's been a fucking long time, right? And Impact Wrestling in 2018, in my opinion, delivered the best pay-per-view in 2018 in North America. I'm saying North America because, let's be real about it, if you go global with this shit, a lot of people will throw in Wrestle Kingdom and stuff like that. So let's keep this in the North American region by saying that, yes, SLAMMIVERSARY was the best North American wrestling pay-per-view of 2018. All right? And I thought tonight's episode of Impact, being the fallout with the rematch of Matt Sydal versus Brian Cage for the X Division title, and so many other things that happened tonight, I felt like tonight's episode was a very, very enjoyable show, in my honest opinion. There are some things that I, scratch my head to still, but still, I felt like tonight's show was enjoyable, easy to sit through, more compelling and more enjoyable than some of the shit they gave you this past Monday on Raw and this past Tuesday on SmackDown Live from WWE. But that's my honest opinion. Mother flowers, I as always want to hear from you in the comment thread of this video. Give me your thoughts, your opinions, your point of views on this week's episode of Impact Wrestling for July 26, 2018. Did you like this episode? Did you not like it? All that fun stuff. Or if not, let me know on Twitter at HeelSteven. So, the show kicked off with Austin Aries, the champ, in the ring, talking about how successful SLAMMIVERSARY was. And because he defeated Moose, that's the reason why. And it's one thing being the champ, another thing going out there defending the title all around the world. And he believed he's the best. And he literally, in this whole thing, issues an open challenge to the wrestling world. Doesn't matter what company you're at. He goes on to say there's a lot of people out there that are being told what to say, what not to say, moments, stuff like that. In other words, he was taking, you can say, jabs at WWE. And I get it. If you're like a diehard Impact fan, this literally excited you. Like, yo, yeah, it's cool to see the former WWE guy, grab a live microphone at Impact Wrestling and start bashing WWE. Listen, I've seen so many people that come from WWE, despite the fact, hey, they weren't given a fair shake in WWE, come over to Impact Wrestling and be the bitter WWE guy. We've seen this so many times. It's like you heard one bitter WWE guy's promo on Impact, you've heard them all. And I'm like, where's the uniqueness in this shit? And for some reason, a lot of Impact Wrestling fans out there, they get a kick out of this shit. It's been done so many times, it's become annoying. Like, can we please stop? I'm serious with this shit, mother flowers. Can we please stop with, the former WWE guy being bitter, giving the open mic, shooting and crap? I think it's retarded. I think it's ridiculous now in 2018. All right, it's my honest opinion. Take it for what it's worth. I know it's not the popular thing to say. I understand that. But seriously, it's just my honest opinion. But again, he goes on, proceeds that he believes, hey, if you want to prove you're the best, come fight me. He believes he's the best. And listen, Austin Aries, I'm going to say this right now, since leaving WWE, he's been tearing it up. He's been tearing it up, winning titles all over the world, being the belt collector. And I am enjoying what he's doing in Impact Wrestling. I really, really am. And I mean that. But when you think about it, Austin Aries is now the Austin Aries with the WWE rub. Because he was there, his stock now doubled, if you will. No pun intended. Then out comes from behind, as Aries is talking, all right? From behind comes Eddie Edwards. The same twisted, sick Eddie Edwards with the kendo stick and attacks Austin Aries and grabs the title, holds it up in the air, and again, just leaves the ring and shed. So, again, Austin Aries issues open challenge, and who answers? Eddie Edwards. Eddie Edwards issues this. Oh, I guess he issues it. When are they gonna go at it? I don't know. But I'll be real about it. I look forward to seeing this program. I think it's different, it's unique, and why the hell not? I think Eddie Edwards is a talented performer in his own self, and him and Austin Aries, just imagine what they can do in the ring. Just imagine. Just saying. And I look forward to seeing that when it does indeed happen. From there, we get the opening match of the show. We get the Bone Soldier, Taji Ishimori of the Bullet Club, versus Petey Williams, Little Petey Pump, the Canadian Destroyer. And they had a very fun match. Crazy fun match back and forth here. They were trying to have Petey hit the Canadian Destroyer, but Taji Ishimori countered every single moment. They were referencing the fact that Taji Ishimori was in New Japan. Now he's part of the Bullet Club. His style has changed and stuff like that. People were really into this match. Got a lot of near falls here. But when it was all said and done, Taji Ishimori picked up the W. He got the win here. And I'm like, my only thing was this, okay? We're going to give a win to a Bullet Club guy. And here's the thing about it, yes. I get it. Taji Ishimori is Bone Soldier. He's like lower tier in the Bullet Club. I think Hangman Page and Yujiro Takahashi have a higher ranking than fucking Bone Soldier. I get that. And I get it. Taji Ishimori was a former, GHC Junior Heavyweight Champion Pro Wrestling Noah. He was second place in the Best of the Super Junior this year, New Japan. Former X Division Champion, all the fuck you want. But at the same time, Petey Williams, I feel like, again, for a guy who literally got his ass handed to last week by Killer Cross. This past Sunday, he lost in that Fatal 4-Way. By the way, both men were in that Fatal 4-Way last Sunday at SLAMMIVERSARY, right? And Petey lost again. And now here we go. We're giving him another L. I feel like you could have thrown Petey Williams a bone here, have him get a win. It'd be a cradle. But again, it was an enjoyable match. All the hell you want. At the end of the whole thing, right, when the match was over, Ishimori and Williams go for a hug, right? They're hugging. They're celebrating the fact they had a good match. And then out of nowhere, the Desi Hit Squad, that's right, the Desi Hit Squad, come out and they attack Ishimori and Petey Williams. Gama Singh was literally on the apron giving orders. And you know what? It felt random to me at first. It felt random. I get it where people might have enjoyed it. It's this up-and-coming tag team trying to take name. And I get that. And I understand it completely. I get it. But to me, at the same time, it just felt random. More than likely, Desi Hit Squad are gonna get a future tag team title shot down the road. I just don't think it's gonna happen with LAX around, but things can change. We'll see how that goes. But again, a random attack. For some people, they might have enjoyed it. I just thought it was there, to be honest with you. From there, we get Tessa Blanchard versus Rebel. Here's the thing about this match. It was a fun match for what it was. Tessa Blanchard, I've said this before, I'll say it again. Tessa Blanchard is the future of the Knockouts division. She is someone that has it all, literally. It's amazing how WWE dropped the ball by not signing her when they had the chance. And like I said in my SLAMMIVERSARY review, I am happy that someone like Tessa Blanchard is gonna stay in Impact Wrestling long term, because I feel like it's gonna benefit her in the long run, right? My only problem with this match was the fact that I felt like Tessa Blanchard rushed everything. feel like she goes out there with this pace that's rushed, that's so fast. I feel like if you just slowed it down just a little bit, just slow it down a little bit, then it would have been okay. That being said, Tessa got the win with the hammerlock DDT. There's a moment in the match where literally Rebel does a front face suplex, but then when she lands, she does a split, which I thought was cool. Got a good near fall, but it was all said and done. Tessa Blanchard got the win. And from there, we get the debut of Scarlett Bordeaux, who being asked to being referred to as the Smoke Show. And it's a weird name, the Smoke Show. I mean, it is what it is. When I think of smoke, I just think of hookahs and, smoke shops literally in every corner that people live at and shit like that. Bordeaux says that they are in the middle of a revolution, which they are, the women's revolution and stuff like that. Bordeaux wants to fight for women's rights. She wants women to be empowered. She refuses to be hot shamed, right? But she knows that the interviewer knows nothing about that. Bordeaux tells the interviewer that a 5 should shut up when a 10 is talking. So literally, she was trying to roast Alicia Atout, by the way, who I think is beautiful in her own self. Like Alicia Atout, I feel like she's that kind of girl you bring home to mom, if you will. Someone, if you're trying to get serious with somebody, that's Alicia Atout, the girl that does the injuries in Impact Wrestling now. To me, Scarlett Bordeaux is just that one night stand, like the thought that you see at the nightclub and shit. And here's the thing about it, okay? I'm gonna keep it 100 with you guys. I get it. Scarlett Bordeaux is beautiful and all you want. She's beautiful. She's gorgeous. She's, a hot piece of ass to look at. All the fuck you want. As far as her in-ring performance goes, she kind of doesn't do it for me. I saw some of her stuff in Ring of Honor like a couple years ago. I mean, she might have improved from then, but still, to me, I don't feel like she's gonna move the needle, if you will. She's not someone that I feel like is gonna fucking cause an impact, no pun intended, in the Knockouts division. I feel like, to be real with you, her run in Impact Wrestling will be short-termed, to be honest with you guys. That's my personal belief, but I could be wrong on this shit. It is what it is. But she then goes on to say that her idols are Marilyn Monroe and Cardi B. Listen, any woman that says that Cardi B is her fucking idol, that's it. It's done. In the hell no. Get that shit out of here, all right? Just saying. We get a backstage interview with Pentagon. We get like a backstage segment, with Pentagon Jun. Talked about how both he and Sami Callihan suffered at the pay-per-view. And today, Pentagon holds Callahan's horrible hair, right, in the hands of Zero Fear. So pretty much this whole thing as well, they're playing highlights, right, from the match. Which, by the way, for a lot of people's eyes, Sami Callihan versus Pentagon Jr. was probably the match of SLAMMIVERSARY. To me, was the OGs versus the LAX, but to each their own, right? And they're showing clips of the match when they were both, like, just spiking each other with the fucking long ass, just fucking spikes and shit, and just the package pile driver through the fucking chairs and all that. And it's crazy, at the same time, you see OVE in the bathroom area in the arena, right? Or in the Impact Zone and shit, wherever they're at, right? In Toronto. And you see, Sami Callihan talking to himself in the mirror, just, like, disgusted because of what happened, right? And you see the guys in the OV trying to cheer up Sami Callihan. And apparently, all this led to them, I guess, going to the bathroom. They're all taking a leak, whatever. And there's a guy in between, I believe, Jay Christ and Sami Callihan. And Sami, when you're looking at the guy in the middle, trying to, like, I guess, start something with him and shit. And they believe that the guy in the middle is making fun of Sami Callihan. All this led to them beating up this guy who's done nothing wrong. And they end up shaving his head. The visual looked pretty cool. The visual looked pretty crazy. I liked it for what it was. But I guess the whole shtick now with OVE is anyone that they mess with is going to get their head shaved. So I better watch out, because I'm not trying to have my fucking man bun shaved off. I'm just fucking saying, okay? It's not happening with the flowers. Just fucking saying. Also, throughout the show, we had segments like, okay, Grado, and Katrina, and I guess, I know I'm gonna butcher this fucker's name. I know I am. But, I want to say, Joe Henry, right? I guess Eli Drake showed up, and he gave them a gift. And Grado was happy about it, and he opens it, and it's literally a picture of Joe Hendry and Katrina like smiling at each other and shit. So it literally they're adding more heat to this whole thing that hey, Katrina or whatever her name is now is having something with Joe Hendry. The faster you get through this, the better, I think. Again, it's something for them to do, understandably so, but it is what it is. We get Trevor Lee with Caleb Konley versus Johnny Impact, which I thought was a very fun match, too. A lot of spots here back and forth. There were moments where Caleb Konley got involved. Impact does a move outside of the ring and lands on both Caleb Konley and Trevor Lee. A lot of good near falls here, but it was all said and done. Johnny Impact got the win. And then after this, right, gets on the mic and says that he's happy to be back in Impact Wrestling. It's been a long time. The one thing he wants in Impact Wrestling is to be the Impact World Champion, but he also wants to fight, once again, Congo Kong, the same person that took him out a couple months ago. So we'll see where all this is going to go. But again, I thought there was a very fun match between Johnny Impact and Trevor Lee from the Cult of Lee. We then get an interview with Alicia, with backstage with Allie, right? Allie talks about how, she came up short against Tessa Blanchard and how she can live with that loss, but she can't handle what happened to Madison Rayne at SLAMMIVERSARY. As you all know, Madison Rayne lost to Su Yung in their Knockout Championship match, and how she felt at the same time, she let it happen. The same way she let the whole thing happen to Rosemary happen, and how she also was in the casket. So essentially, she's putting all this blame on herself, but what she wants to do is get back at Su Yung for everything that's happened, right? Even if it's her going on her own. Now, I'm not saying it's the championship match because, again, Allie just lost, so I'm assuming Allie has to get a couple wins. But at the same time, if the idea is she's going to go after Su Yung, it better not be for the title. So essentially, her obsession of getting revenge on Su Yung needs to be more important than becoming the Knockouts champion at this point in juncture, right? That's how it came off to me, at least, right? And then Carrie Hogan walks up and says she got Allie's back. So there you go with that. I'm looking forward to seeing that, though. See where all this goes in the long run and all that fun stuff. Backstage, we get King with the OGs, and they have the tag titles that literally been spray painted. King says he expected more from the young boys. Conan should have taught them better than that. LAX must know that they can win the battle, but they haven't won the war. King puts a bullet in the back of Conan's head. Once you tag something, it's yours forever. So essentially, they're saying that the tag titles, it now belongs to the OGs, even though they didn't win it. But I like this stuff. And I look forward to seeing where this continues at, where this goes, because it's not going to end just right there. And I thought, again, their match at SLAMMIVERSARY between the OGs and LAX was probably the best match on the show, hands fucking down. In my opinion, that is right. And I look forward to seeing where this goes. And I like the whole, again, I like where Impact does these promos. It has like that visual and all that stuff. I think it's pretty cool. I really, really do. I really mean that. Then after this, we get the main event. Oh, by the way, also in the show, we got Santino Marella come in there with his student. Apparently, his student's getting a Impact tryout. Austin Aries, early in the show, after being attacked by Eddie Edwards, he was upset. He tried to take jabs at Santino Marella, trying to fight Santino. But Santino Marella, again, I'm calling him that because that's how I know him as. I know he's now going by a different name. I understand, but I know him as Santino. I just can't fucking help it, okay? He says that he can't because, again, he's not medically cleared. He would love to, but he has to decline. So then out of nowhere, his student jumps in and says he'll take the fight. He'll take it. And I guess the student believes it's an Impact Championship match. I don't think it is. Just a regular match it is, I believe. But next week is Austin Aries versus the student of Santino Marella. So we'll see where this goes. But again, I look forward to the program with Eddie Edwards and Austin Aries in the long run of this. We then get the main event of the evening. We get Brian Cage versus Matt Sydal. I thought this match was, again, a very, very cool match to watch. I thought this match was better than a match from SLAMMIVERSARY. I like the back and forth sequences here. There's a moment in this whole thing as well where Brian Cage tosses Matt Sydal onto the ring post area and stuff, right? And I understand that, hey, you know, Brian Cage in the X Division now, he's a machine. He's gonna take these bumps for all these guys. That's just the way it is. In a perfect scenario, because he's a machine, he would beat all these guys up in like 2 minutes. That's why I feel like it should be, but it's not. There are moments where, again, Sydal caught like second wins here, got near falls, and everyone thought Sydal was going to win the championship again. But it was all said and done, Brian Cage literally dropped Sydal on his head and hit him with the finisher for the 1-2-3, and the drill claw for the 1-2-3, and that was it. Brian Cage retained the championship, and that's how to close Impact with a very good main event. Overall, this show to me was enjoyable. I look forward to seeing next week's show to see where we go from here. Again, if there was ever a time to get back into Impact Wrestling, I say it's right now. Granted, I'm not saying watch every single episode. If you want to start slow, watch the clips, and then from there, build up. But I think, again, Impact Wrestling right now are doing the right moves. I'm enjoying the improvement that they've made, and I just look forward to seeing the momentum continue, But that's my opinion, of course, Mother Flowers. I want to hear from you in the comment threads of this video. Give me your thoughts on this week's episode of Impact Wrestling. Did you enjoy the show? Did you not enjoy it? Follow me on Twitter at HeelSteven. And as always, hate, comment, and subscribe. Until next time, Mother Flowers, it's me, it's Steve, and I'm out. Peace out, y'all.